kick this one away, and off it goes. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Ready, set. Strikers, 3-3.
Love, they go play action now. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Inside handoff now, Miller. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The Saints at 6-5 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Love now on 2nd down. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. To throw now. Here's Love. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. This defense for the Saints, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons 1st down as he's across midfield to the 48.
Ready. 52 blue. Field. Check field. Ready. Go.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down. And you look at this Saints defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
Now a 2nd and 6. On play action, here's Ritter. Going to throw right side here, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 26. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Ritter off the play fake. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Ritter back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Koo knocks this one through the post, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
On play action, Love to throw. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Play fake. Here's Love. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visiting Saints who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in New Orleans. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And they'll run for it with Miller. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it, and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage. Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Here's Love. And that'll be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 3rd down, Love. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Well, Love wants to shift things around. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Going back to Love. The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kendre Miller with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they are certainly playing their best football of the year.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard after the 32.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third and short, Ritter. That is caught, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed picking up. Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Ritter now. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Ritter with it after the play fake. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now a leaping catch, he's got it. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Coming left is Kamara. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 2nd down and 4. Play action this time with Love. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. They'll run. It's Miller. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He lets it go deep for Olave. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Going for the deep ball. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Across midfield, and he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
2nd down, Love. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Ritter. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. On 1st and 10, Love. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets it go deep for Olave. He's got it at the 15. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 51 yards. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Kendre Miller with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Extra point right down the middle. And a lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here. Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On second down, Mostert. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Going play action. Ritter nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Love. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Love, he's going to change the play here. On third down, here's Kamara. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it will be Falcon football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On first down, Ritter. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Sherman. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Ritter will set up to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Off the play fake, Love. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production.
And, oh, he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Saints. And now the rookie's free. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. Point after here coming up. And that one makes this a 19-point game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 46 yards.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the fourth is not going to be an easy task, but that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Ritter with another throw on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Ritter to throw it. Yeah, he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. His second rushing touchdown on the year and third overall. And the Falcons have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for two. Ritter will throw for it. And it'll be intercepted. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. They begin with a run by Miller. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it again with Miller. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here with Miller. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. They'll set up this, puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Falcons grab it.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Ritter. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 24 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts from 13 yards out. And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. So they get the score, still down, but bottom line is they kept themselves in the game.
They did keep hope alive, Brandon. That's exactly what they did. Now they've got to deliver and finish things off.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Olave motioning to the left. On second down, Newberry. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll run again. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here's Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Saints first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for him. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Saints use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. They'll turn to Kamara. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Ritter. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the fourth. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Newberry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet.